Today's episode of the Manspace podcast deals with a little bit of a touchy subject. The views expressed in this episode are opinions and are not reflective of any of our affiliate stations or our sponsors. On that note, we hope you enjoy this episode of the Manspace podcast. Les, check this out.
What up?
So I got a little short story. So for the sake of the story, we're going to change the name of the characters to Russ and Les.
Somehow I always end up the butt of these jokes, but go ahead. Let's go. Go ahead.
So Les went into an ice cream shop that Russ was working at. Russ said, "Can I help you?" Les said, "I'll take a scoop of chocolate and a scoop of vanilla." Russ said, "I'm sorry, we're out of chocolate." Les said, "Well, I'll take a scoop of strawberry and a scoop of chocolate." Russ said, "I'm sorry, we're out of chocolate." Les said, "Well, I'll have a scoop of butter pecan and a scoop of chocolate." Russ said, "Well, can you spell the van in vanilla?" Les said, VAN. Russ said, "Can you spell the straw in strawberry?" Les said, STRAW. Well, Russ said, "Can you spell the F in chocolate?" Les said, "There's no F in chocolate." He said, "That's what I've been trying to tell you. There's no F in chocolate."
Okay. All right. Well, that one ain't too bad. Ain't no F in chocolate.
Live from a Zoom call somewhere in the Carolinas, it's Russ, it's Les, it's the Manspace podcast. Take it away, fellas.
Thank you, voice girl, and welcome once again to another edition of the Manspace podcast. This is the voice of Russ, and he is the Ray Templeton to my Chris Vaughn. I'm just going to go ahead and buzz you now because I know that you're not going to get this one.
I know it's a stupid movie because it's got Chris Vaughn in it.
I'll just go ahead and buzz you again here. Here we go.
Oh, God.
So I'm going to give you a hint. The movie is a remake, and my second hint, it stars The Rock. The remake stars The Rock.
The remake stars The Rock.
Yes.
That ain't narrowing nothing down, and it ain't giving no good hint. Do you know how many movies that dude is in?
This movie is a remake, and he is the star of this movie.
A remake that The Rock is in, that he stars in.
You need one more hint?
Yeah, one more. Give me one more, just for giggles, so I can laugh at myself.
Chris Vaughn is played by Johnny Knoxville.
Oh, is it Walking Tall?
There you go.
See, if you would have said Johnny Knoxville right off the rip, I would have been like, oh, that's like 5 movies. Jackass. Walking Tall is something I probably don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, I would have known that one. So I get all my little buzzes back then. You jackass.
So what's been going on with you, man?
Oh, man, just chilling, man. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I've gotten a few opportunities over the last few days. So it's been a little busy where I was a guest on a couple of podcasts over the last few days.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I did an episode of SGP Radio, the wrestling recaps, and we'll talk about WrestleMania 38 over the weekend. Did an episode of We Are One with hosted by Angie Fox, and me and Mrs. Russ were on that one together.
Oh,
yeah. So
look at the teamwork making the dream work.
That's right. So you guys can check those out wherever you get your podcast. And
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
So, we both tipping the scale at a certain number, I ain't gonna give yours away, and you ain't gonna give mine away. But we hitting a certain area where things in your life change. You know what I mean? And I've never worn glasses before.
Me neither. No.
But
I've had fake ones. I've had fake ones. Yes.
Right. Trying to look cool. Right. Right. Go with an outfit or something.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm with you.
If we did the little dress up day at work or whatever, I had to do the shirt and tie. Yeah. I'll put on some fake spectacles.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yes. So brother, let me tell you, one day I was trying to read the back of a credit card. Right.
Oh,
you got that date, that 3-digit number on the back of it. Right.
Yes.
Now, see, my wife, she memorizes hers.
Yes.
I'm not going to memorize 15 3-digit numbers.
I've memorized mine too.
Did you?
Yes.
See, on my main card, I do memorize, but I'm savvy. So I like to play around and move things around a lot, right?
Okay.
I ain't got time to be trying to memorize, like I said, 5, 10, 15 3-digit numbers, right?
Right.
I'm not doing that, right? So I'm trying to order something, right? I flip the credit card over because it's asking for this 3-digit number, and I put it in the normal position, and I'm looking at it, and I can't make out them 3 little numbers. So I had to do what my mama called my arms. You get that arm vision. Right, you got to hold it out of arm's length away.
Yeah.
So you can see what it is, right? I was like, oh, that's it. So then I said, man, I went to the doctor, and he says, oh man, you just getting older. This is normal. This is normal old people. I said, wait, old people? He said, well, middle-aged people. Then he came back and said, it's just going to get worse. But anyway, he was like, this is normal. You hit that age bracket now, So I just went over to CVS and I grabbed me a pair of readers, right? Changed my life.
Okay.
I can hold the card. I can hold the card right up to my face again, and I can see all the numbers. But bro, when he said it was going to get worse, he never lied. I can't go to a restaurant now, bro. And with the nice little candle lit setting.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a wrap. Nah, that's when you just go in and that. Let me just get a burger. No matter what, sir, we don't have burgers.
This is a la carte. We don't serve burgers in here. What do you mean? We got chopped steak. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, that restaurant. I was up in there, boy, looking good, So I'm like, man, that's cool. Pull up get the menu. I can't see jack because the menu brown, the writing is black, and the lights is out.
Right.
I'm like, damn. Now I'm embarrassed. But I've been with this woman forever.
No, that's when you sit there and say, what you getting, babe? That sounds good. I think I'm going to do that too.
I'm not, and I ain't never had to do that. I ain't never had to carry no glasses with me. I'm feeling real pawpaw-ish right now. You know what I mean? And this is a few months ago, right? I remember seeing these old dudes, and they'd be like, hold on, click, clack, clack, and he'd put them on. And he said, okay, here you go. You know what I mean?
Right.
Am I becoming that dude?
Dog, I went to go get my eyes checked. They were like, well, you could get 2 pair, one for reading and one for seeing. Okay. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No. I can't. I'm not going to sit there and keep switching glasses when I need, where am I reading glass? No, I'm not doing that. So, I had to do the whole progressive lens where at the bottom, you'll see me like adjusting my head up and looking at the bottom and like, nah.
Hey, I'm headed there too. I got to go get mine.
Man.
But I tell you, man, it's such a game changer.
It is.
When you're so used to doing something one way, all these years later, now you got to do it a different way, And now I saw on TV right before we went on air, there's a commercial with airdrops talking about it'll fix your blurry vision. I said, this is for older people who have trouble seeing little things. This can help them, unblur your vision. Where was that 6 months ago?
I know that's right. Dog, before I got mine, I was just the other day, I got a little warning on my phone that my phone was filling up, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, the first thing you do is start scrolling through pictures and stuff like that and start deleting. Dog, I had about 70 pictures of little bottles and boxes where I done took pictures just so I could blow them up.
Just so you can blow them up so you can read it. I thought I was the only one that did that. I wasn't going to bring that up for the show. I wasn't going to bring that. Bro, I was taking pictures of everything.
Everything, dog.
Everything.
Oh, man.
Blowing them up like crazy.
Yeah.
That's horrible, bro. Horrible, man. I'm just going to keep talking about it because I got to get it out. I got to get it off my chest. You
go ahead, man.
I can talk to. Russ.
Yo, sorry, Les. I had on my earbuds, man. What's up?
What are you listening to?
Man, it's this great podcast I found called Think About It with Jaden Miller.
Think About It with Jaden Miller? What's it about?
It's thought-provoking conversation where Jaden gives his opinion on all the biggest news stories in entertainment, world events, and more. It's done in a real, no-nonsense way.
Okay. Interesting. Where can I listen to it at?
You can listen to it on all major platforms like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and even his website, jadenmiller.com.
Think About It with Jaden Miller. I got to check him out.
Bruh, just like a fluffernutter, Les, I'm not going to steer you wrong.
Welcome to Think About It with your host, Jaden Miller.
Did you see this story about this youth basketball game over the weekend in Lithonia, Georgia? After the game was over, the players from the team attacked the referee.
No.
Yeah, this was a church youth league.
It's getting out of control, man.
Yeah, man. So, and there's the video footage out there, and you see like two adults and several players walking toward the referee, and you can't hear what's being said. But the referee is just continuing to back up, and then he starts to run away. And the kids take off and go running after him, and start attacking the referee. You'll see like 5 people on top of this referee punching him and kicking him and everything. Dude, I mean, this is a church youth league, so there's no ages given about how old these kids were. But I would probably say they're middle school age and younger, right?
That's horrible, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, the fact of a basketball game, I mean, you're not a pro, you're not a professional, you're not getting paid for this. Who cares?
Yeah, but this is how certain people put more emphasis on winning and sporting than anything else in life. Right. You know what I mean? And it's horrible, but things are just changing, man. Things are different, bro. I feel sorry for a lot of these young kids out here. I get it when every ref is going to make a bad call here and there. Right. You know what I mean? But do they need to be jumped on?
Right.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That dude's probably reffing his game for free, because he belongs to probably one of the churches and said, right. I'll help out. I'll do it. That don't make no sense, man. These young parents and, I don't know. I ain't even going to say that. I'm just going to leave it alone. It just don't make sense. I don't know. But I was looking at the news, I was scrolling Facebook or something like that. And not to get off of this subject, but it's a sporting subject, and it has to deal with transgender females.
Okay.
That are physically male, but are competing in female sports.
Yes.
I have an opinion about that.
Okay.
And my opinion is if you're born a man, just because you identify as a woman does not make you a woman. You shouldn't be able to compete against other females. That's like Bruce Jenner in his prime. I'm doing this because he's, he's a man identifying as a woman. At one time, he was the fastest man on the planet. What do you think would happen if he would have identified as a woman and ran the race as a woman?
Right.
I'm not going to say none of his records would have been broken, because I think his records get torn down already. But I just think it's unfair to the ladies. You know what I mean? Yeah. I do. I don't see a woman that identifies as a man playing in an NFL. I'm not going to say it's not possible. I know there are gay men are playing in the NFL.
Right.
But they're biological men.
Right. Just because a man is gay doesn't mean that he doesn't have testosterone and doesn't have the strength of another man.
Exactly.
I mean,
but that's not my point. Right. All I'm saying is
no. But yeah. I got your point. A man, he's broader shouldered. He has physical advantages over a woman to compete with women. It's putting those other women at a disadvantage.
A huge disadvantage. Disadvantage. Look at the things that we did, and we're not even professionals.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's not to say that there's no woman that could beat that man.
Oh no.
By no means. No means. There, because I know if I get out there and run the 40, there'll probably be several women that dust my behind off.
So, it's gonna be something that need to bring me some water. I ain't gonna make it 10. Right. Yeah. But I get it. But in our primes, even then at our primes, I was never a basketball or hooper. Mm-hmm. I could play a little bit, but man, I was in the military. I knew some girls that were out hoop dudes. Yeah, but they were still women. You know what I'm saying? That they were women. You know what I mean? But I knew some dudes that would out hoop other dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So I just think when it comes to Joanna, man, messed everything up.
Yeah, I get it. And I know the situation that you were speaking of, because it's a swimmer.
Yep.
Who switched within the last 2 years.
Yes.
So he was competing as a male, then switched to being a female, and now competing as a female.
Yes.
And now is winning, competing as a female.
Yeah. That shouldn't happen. They should never allow that.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. But at what point do we want equality in this world, and we always scream for equality. And
but that's not equality. That's not equality.
It's not. Okay, you're not putting them in situations. It's not like it's MMA, and who knows? It may get to MMA at some point, but it's not like it's MMA or boxing, right? It's not. It's not where a physical advantage. It's swimming. And
it is a physical advantage in swimming,
right? I get it. There's that advantage, but I mean physical as in strength, a physical sport, combat sport, something like that. Okay. So it's a little different. It's not like, even if it was football, right? A woman getting hit by a man in football. Are there women that play men's football? Yes. There's been several women that have played college football, right? Yeah. Gone out there, made tackles and things like that. That happens, right? There's several women that have played high school football. Yeah. More power to them.
Hockey, right? In every sport.
Mm-hmm. Little Russ used to play youth basketball, right? Mm-hmm. Little Russ was better than a lot of the dudes that she played against.
Right.
But when she it came down to it, she wasn't better than everybody. But then again, when she started playing against all girls, she was better than a lot of the girls she played against, but she wasn't better than everybody.
Exactly.
I think that in any sport, there's always going to be somebody that's better than you.
Of course.
And to say
that's just
that,
like, go ahead.
It's one of those things that I don't believe, like if this person was straight up dominating everything, which I think that's where a lot of people are getting sour grapes, because he is winning stuff, right? Or she, I'm sorry, let me correct that. She is winning stuff. Okay. Oh gosh, man. To me, it's not a sticky road for me. Right. I get it. Trying to, you know, we want to be, how can I say it? We want to be in the middle of the road, basically, you know, and not be biased. But it's hard not to be biased in this situation when you're talking about a full-grown man, not taking estrogen, I mean, I guess it's different when you're taking estrogen to downplay your testosterone and stuff like that, you know, and in your system. This man is a full-grown man. I only identifying as a woman. That's like the movie, what's that, Fu Manchu? Right? When you had Wesley Snipes, Ving Rhames. Tu Wong Fu.
Fu Wong Fu, that's the one.
Tu Wong Fu, yes.
Tu Wong Fu, whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know? Wong Tong Fui.
I only know this. I've never watched the movie.
Whatever.
My sister and I, with our mean gifts, that was one of the gifts that she gave me, was that movie. So,
I thought you were going to say she sent you one of the skirts or something.
No, she sent me that movie. She sent me that movie. I'm not going to say what else she sent during on there. But anyway, go ahead, finish your point.
But all I'm saying is that it's a full-grown man. And in that movie, they were dressed up in their little skirts, but they still were men. They fought like men. You know what I'm saying? But all of that. I mean, you're going to compete. It's not fair.
Is it sour grapes because the person's winning?
No, it's not fair. It's not fair. We are genetically different. That's why it's called men and women's sports. We are genetically different. Genetics. If you have to, you know, the makeup of a woman, the inner portions of a woman, and they call it a female, a woman, then you could play sports over there. But if you got man parts, you play ball with them men. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. So I don't care what you like.
How do you police it? Are you going to have to fill out a check box?
The same way you police this. The same way you've been policing it. You've been policing it. You go and get a physical. It's real simple. You got male body parts. Okay, you're a male. You identify as a woman. Okay. You got female body parts. Okay, you identify as a male. Okay, but your genetic makeup is male and female. Males play sports with males, compete against the males. Unless it's a unified sport, then who cares? Right? I don't care. If it's fair across the board, who cares? Right? So if they're going to do this, they should just open up the swim club and say, this is Team Yellow. Team Yellow is composed of 3 natural males, 3 natural females.
Right.
And be done with it. And if you're going to compete like that, you could compete like that. You know what I mean? But I don't think you should be calling yourself a female and you get to go arm wrestle a woman. You know what I'm saying? In knowing you got 40-inch biceps.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. There are outliers and everything else. This is a interesting topic. So I just looked it up, and this is a poll that was done, and it said that 65% said an athlete should be allowed to play sports with a team that matched their sex at birth. 23% said that transgender athletes should be allowed to play on a sports team which matched their current gender identity.
Where's the other 20-some percent or 18%?
Undecided.
That's that Family Feud. Somebody they done polled the Family Feud type peoples.
This is a national Gallup poll.
Yeah, 65%. I mean, that's not huge, but it ain't, I think the other people just trying to stay in the middle of the road.
Mm-hmm. There's several states placing restrictions on it right now. And
let me guess, Texas.
West Virginia is the most recent one.
Yeah, but
New York Times. You've reached the limit of free articles. You got to pay to see the rest of the article. Forget you, New York.
you cheap joker.
I don't want to be in the know that much.
I know that's right. Let me see if I got some free ones left.
Okay.
Some searching. States that allow. Mm-hmm. Let's do that. Holy crap.
Yeah, most of them still allow it. There's only about 12 or so that don't allow it.
Okay, so Texas.
I would assume it's all in the Southeast.
Well, Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, North Carolina, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, West Virginia.
Mm-hmm. I knew West Virginia was the most recent to pass the ban.
Yep, the bans transgender athletes from competing in female sports in middle school and high school and colleges. Mm-hmm. Other states, including Kentucky, Connecticut, Michigan, Pennsylvania, have had these bills proposed, but they are not expected to advance. Bills in New Mexico and New Hampshire failed before they could even be debated.
People have the ability to be who they are, right?
Who they want to be, not who they are, who they want to be. Well, either which way. You could call it either which way, because we'll just leave it alone. Because some people have that argument that you're born in that fashion, and others think that you make a choice.
Right.
So I understand. All right. Well, I don't know. I guess the NCAA is they're all for it.
When it comes to businesses like the NCAA, and no matter what anybody says, the NCAA is a business. It's about making money. And when it comes to making money, they're going to do what their sponsors tell it to do.
Yeah.
If the sponsor...
Bruce Jenner. He's Caitlyn Jenner, right?
Yes.
I mean, she's Caitlyn Jenner now.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. She says that transgender girls in women's sports is unfair. Mm-hmm. Okay. And that comes from a transgender.
She also tried to tell America to trust Donald Trump. So I'm not taking her words very much to heart.
All right. I don't want to beat a dead horse. I just think that there's a large discrepancy here. You know what I mean? I don't have any problems with people or what they choose or what they identify as or anything of that nature. You know what I mean? I just think that it needs to be, when it comes to sports, it needs to be fair.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're a transgender basketball team and you got all dudes over 6 feet.
Do you think that there'll ever be a backing for a transgender league? I mean, we have handicap Olympics, disabled Olympics. I mean,
yeah, but they don't have a physical deformity. Oh, come on, man.
But I mean, they don't have. So okay, what was the guy? They called him Blade Runner or whatever, right? Where the guy he didn't have his legs, so he had those little blades, and people were complaining because they felt like those blades were giving him a physical advantage over anyone, right?
And they were, absolutely.
So, but you look at, take him aside and put other people with disabilities, right? They have leagues, especially for people with disabilities. There's a wheelchair basketball league, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's all of those things, right? Do you think that that's the way they should go, is have a transgender sports league for those that want to still compete in sports? Let them compete against themselves?
No.
Why not?
I mean, they can have what they want to have. And it could be what you want it to be. I mean, I guess my thing is that it's, let's just say this. I don't have an opinion towards that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't have an opinion towards that. I'm just going to, let that lay where it's at, because that's neither here nor there for me. If that's what you want to do, then that's what you're going to do, but to me, I think that opens up a can of worms.
How so?
I just think it does. I think it'll be, in my thought process, it'll be, oh, that's sexist. That's, why do we have to go play someplace else? Somebody's going to see it in that fashion. Why we got to start our own league to play in? We got leagues. Why can't you just accept us for who we are?
In other words, it's being more divisive.
Yep. I think it would be more divisive.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So would you want to see a transgender woman playing in the NFL?
She make the team. I'm just going to be honest. If as long as the competition is fair, women have been fighting for a long time to be included in things. Right. Just recently, they allowed women into combat. You know what I mean? And we know there's women out there that are way tougher than men.
True.
You know what I mean?
But by your same argument, if you take a 6th grade boys basketball team and everybody on the team is 5'4" and below, and you have one player that is 6'5", should he be forced to play with kids that are older than him because he's genetically better? He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster than all the other kids that play in his league? Should he be forced to play with older kids?
I guess the right way to do this is when they're kids and they're little and they're just starting to play. I understand unisex sports, because 5-year-olds are 5-year-olds. You know what I mean? Nobody's really freakishly good. Every once in a while you get a standout. You know what I mean? You can tell who's going to go on to be a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? But that should make a difference. But like you said, though, when you start to get into middle school and high school and college, it makes a big difference. College is extremely different. I don't per se want to see my daughter playing football.
Okay.
I even if she was 6'6", 285 could bench press 450 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a beast immediately, man or woman. That's a beast of a person. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure she can handle herself. But do I really want to see her out there? Because see, I see that as I'm her protector, right? And if something was to happen to her, my job is to protect my child, my daughter, you know what I mean? My sister, my wife, you know, mm-hmm. You know, so I don't see them in those type of roles and things like that because, you know, I'm your protector. You know, I don't want anything to happen to them, you know, because then, you know, what's the difference of out here playing football and getting smacked around playing football and then going home and your dude hitting, you know, domestic violence? It's the same damn thing.
But you're looking at it as a natural born woman playing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm referring to it as a natural born man who identifies as a woman who still wants to play football.
I think they already got that. That's already out there.
Leave Tom Brady alone.
Hey, man. He the GOAT. Leave him alone, dog.
As we do each week, we like to close the show with a little bit of inspiration. The message this week is don't let them win. See, sometimes people will test your patience just because they can. You don't let them win. See, sometimes people will push your buttons just because they can. You don't let them win. See, sometimes people will try to drive you away just because they can. Don't let them win. And see, when I'm using the word they, I'm using it very loosely to cover a wide range. But when they try to bring strife, they try to bring pain, uneasiness, discomfort into your life, you don't let them win. See, when you smile in the face of adversity, that's when you're not letting them win and you actually win. Manspace Nation, don't let them win.
Say it one more time.
Don't let them win.
Should be a morning affirmation.
That's it.
Go stand in the mirror in the mornings and go say that. Don't let them win today.
Not today. You know, I got a friend of mine, man, who let jealousy and gossip push him away from something that he really loved, right?
Oh, man.
And it made him uneasy to the point where he left. They're still there, but he left because of their foolishness. It's his place, but he let them push him away. They're still smiling and going on about their business. And he let them win. See, you don't let the enemy win.
Do you know how many people out there, man, that's happened to? They have allowed others to come in and push them off their square.
That's right.
Oh, that's man. Right. Worst thing ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We used to play the game, it was a King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
Yeah, where you had to stand on that spot and people running, trying to knock you off the spot. You got to hold strong. Right. You got to hold strong, man.
Stand on it. Stand on it.
That's it.
Stand on it. Manspace Nation, you got to stand on it.
That's right.
Somebody love you, but you need to love yourself first.
That's it. And don't let them win. And on that note,
we out of here.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Manspace.
Whichever platform you listen to us on, make sure you subscribe and don't miss a show.
Remember to keep up with all the Manspace updates on our website, themanspacepodcast.com.
And you can follow us on Instagram at ManSpaceNat1.
Until next time, Manspace Nation, he's Les, I am Russ, and we are out
of here.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. There's no F in chocolate.